Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome into your reading. Sorry, I have my back to you for a hot second. Trying to organize. I'm trying to do everybody's sign this week, and I really don't have the time. But I've been requested many times to do Sagittarius, and it's been a very long time. All right, let's do you guys. Let's see what's going on here for Sagittarius, please. What's their situation? Second to third week of January. Okay. Sorry, guys. I just haven't been getting a very huge response from you, so I tend to do only 8 signs. 7 to 8 signs a week, and there's extended for some of them, so it becomes a lot for me as a weekend reader. Unfortunately, you're one of those that I've got to put on the back burner. I hope I can get your cohort up and running, and then who knows, I can get to the point where I could be doing this full time. But first, let's do your reading for this week. You have the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles upright. You're coming in from out of the cold, and with that said, you're picking up the pieces and moving forward with your life. A lot of this has to do with the fact that you're bringing yourself in from out of the cold yourself. No one's picking you up and dusting you off. You're doing it yourself. Why? Because you're the Empress. You know your worth and your value. You know what you bring to the table. The thing about the Empress, though, is it's quite lonely at the top. Not too many people can vibe at your frequency. It's only usually an emperor, maybe a king and a queen, but they still got to work to your level. So when you're leaving someone or something behind, it's because you personally deep down inside know that, you're worth so much more to a situation or a person or a job. But you do feel like you're not alone. You're on an upward swing in a way. So let's see who or what is coming towards Sagittarius, please. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles talks about you being single or financially independent. I do see, though, strength at the bottom of the deck, which tells me you're kind of resisting something. Someone or something. Maybe you're resisting telling off someone. You could be resisting a person from dating or seeing. We'll see how this plays out in a minute. What does an Aquarius see coming their way? Oh, wait, I'm just laughing because at work, my ride or die is a Sagittarius. Every day. I die laughing with this girl. I really, really do. The things that she says, and I feel like sometimes I pull her back from the brink of doing something. She doesn't know I do tarot over the weekend, but she's like, fuck this job, I'm going to quit. And I bring her back from the brink, or she does something that magically takes her out from, getting burned or in trouble. Anyway, that's neither here nor there for you, but okay. High Priestess talks about you being all-knowing, and you're not talking to somebody here. You're not talking to them because you know the truth. You know the outcome. So you're not wasting your breath. You're like, why should I talk to this person when we're going to have the same result? But the universe is going to step in and hook you up anyway. Because with the wheel, it's 3 fates working on your behalf to make things move forward in your life, to make things work out for you. Can I have one more for what Sag doesn't see coming their way? 4, 2. Two of Swords and the Hermit. You're torn. Parts of you are like, I'm going to be quiet and make stealth moves and not tell people what I'm going to do, or your person. Other parts of you are like, I don't know, I need to rip off the Band-Aid and make a decision here and just yell it from the rooftops. But you're really not talking, to be frank with you. And the reason you're not talking is because you're trying to make this decision because you don't know what's right for you yet. I'm just sitting here wondering if you have some other opportunities that are coming your way for you to be put in this place. I find it so fascinating because I know you're thinking you're being breadcrumbed. It's like I'm being breadcrumbed by the situation. I'm getting peanuts. I'm not getting enough of money from this job. I'm not getting validation. This person texts me every 2 days. What kind of shit is that? You're torn. So you're trying to decide between either two people or two facets or two roads to go down. So you're not saying anything. You're kind of like giving up on personally or privately. You're just keeping it to yourself. What is the advice here? Oops, sorry. Eight of Swords, you think you're stuck and you don't have an option or a solution. You know why you don't think you have an option or a solution? Because the moon is back here. The moon makes you feel like you don't know what the future holds for you if you make certain moves. The thing that's holding you back is making a judgment call. Once you decide to do something, because you also have the Two of Swords here, you're moving forward. There's a lot of, me coaching sometimes when we get to the advice position, because that's where we're at. You have Judgment and Cross. The thing that's holding you back is making that final judgment call. When we're making choices, we are living. We're moving on. We're doing things. We are chopping wood. We are taking one action which is going to beget the next action when we're making judgment calls. The reason you're not making one is because you think you're stuck. You're in jail with a person, in a marriage, in a job, in literally, I don't know. Point is, you're not really stuck. Let's look at this card. Let's analyze it, right, guys? She's got a blindfold over her, but she has all these swords surrounding her. They're surrounding her. They're not in front of her. This is loose. She could wiggle right out. And she could take the blindfold and she's going to see she actually does have options. She's not as stuck as she thinks she is. She just has to make that judgment call, that tough call, that very difficult decision, the one that's been niggling you inside for a while now. Once you make decisions and choices, and you choose your choices, you're living. Guys, we're going to clarify all this stuff, so we're going to see. What's the outcome? The Chariot in reverse. And the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Chariot in reverse talks about losing focus. You're being distracted. So at the end of the week, you're being distracted, and your chariot is just like, it's like your life bus has a flat tire. And now you're at the side of the road, not moving forward because you got a flat tire. The thing about chariot is when you lose focus, regardless of the positive and negative around you, you're not moving forward with your life. If in literal terms, the card means that some of you have a broken down car for real, or the sell of your car didn't go through or something like that. But the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot in reverse, you can't stay stagnant forever. So these phone calls and these actions are going to take place. And then this Chariot is going to move forward. For all intents and purposes, the Chariot represents the vehicle of your life. You're the driver. It's your journey. And the bus goes down that journey, that path. But you as the driver, two things can happen here. The only person who could drive you crazy is the person you give the keys to, or when you stop your own bus, your own progression, because you think if you move any more forward, it'll be just a disaster, or that's it, that's your life. We'll see. Let's start clarifying. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. No, I'm sorry, Five of Pentacles in reverse and Knight of Pentacles upright. You haven't been introduced this yet, Sagittarius, because I haven't done it with you yet. But we use before and after tarot. The before explains why you're here today with the cards on the table. The after says what happens after today. Now, you have the Six of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Strength. You could be dealing with a boss or a lover or a person that's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They don't have to be an air sign, but they are somebody very fair, cerebral, smart, honest. but they've been breadcrumbing you, giving you a little bit. And they've been holding back from you. And you have been holding back from them, from either telling them off, telling them to fuck off, or to just like, what's going on here? Why are you breadcrumbing me? What is this shit? You feel the love, but you don't feel the love. And that's the way the King of Swords works. They show you their love, but they'll never tell you. They're just that. They're never going to be like, Gloria, I love you, to the moon and back. No, that's not them. They're just going to go out and buy you coffee and a bag of donuts and put it on your desk. Or, you know, when it's outside and freezing and you're both in bed, they're the ones that are going to go down the block and get, you know, breakfast and come home. That's their way of love. That's their way of showing you love. But you're still getting breadcrumbed. And you not knowing where you stand or just taking peanuts, for you, it's like, it's neither here nor there for you. You're not looking at your options accurately, or maybe you are, or you're about to, because I feel like that's what this reading is about. You're on that precipice of breaking out, because it feels like a breakout reading. No, wrong deck. I'll put you there. After, please. So those are the feelings and those emotions that bring you to today. So why are they feeling left out in the cold and moving forward now? Spirit, we're after Tarot. You're struggling still, though. It's like what I was saying at the beginning of this reading. You're picking yourself up. Ain't nobody picking you up and dusting you off but yourself. And you're doing it to you. Because you got the Queen of Pentacles in the cross. You don't find financial stability here. You don't find romantic or relational stability here. You keep nurturing, you keep loving, you keep caring, but, you know, where's it getting you? You're about to walk away. You had enough. 9 of Pentacles, please. You drop burdens. You're like, I'm not going to be exhausted by this anymore. Or at least that's what you're thinking in your head. You're like, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather find this on my own. There could be another person that you're thinking about too. For those of you, this is romantically inclined. You could be going towards, well, maybe not. You could be going towards another job. And it's this person. Your King of Pentacles versus your King of Swords over there. This is a money man. This is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So you're like, I'm going to go find my financial independence with over yonder with this individual. Others of you are saying, I'll leave that person to be in a relationship with this person. Before Tarot. Let's see what after is saying with 9 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You are stuck. The wheel of your life is not moving forward. You need to evolve. Let me tell you something. There's an invitation coming in quite soon for you, Saggy. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. And you might have already received it and you're not saying anything. Others of you, it's coming in and you haven't had it happen to you yet. God, now I'm going to go to work and be like, yo, did you get a job offer? And you hiding it from me? My soul sister? We both have very curly hair, so we call each other curly hair soul sisters. The Empress and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah. There was a one-night stand. There was something flingy. There was something casual before. It wasn't serious. So you didn't say anything. You kind of just like left it there. You just started moving forward cautiously, quietly. And you're like, let me see what's going to happen since this flaky thing happened. But you're torn. So you could have been with somebody, had a quickie with someone else, and now all of a sudden you're like, fuck, which way do I go? Which one do I do? Love wise? Work wise? It applies the same way. Somebody could have, like, can be courting you, poaching your ass. Oh, this is why you feel you don't feel left out in the cold. You know you're wanted. You know you're needed. Even though you want one, you feel good knowing that your worth and your value's out there. Because you have the Five of Pentacles sideways. That's the only thing holding you back. From whatever was making you feel like you're left out in the cold, this is the only thing that's keeping you and making you feel like you're thriving with the breadcrumbs. I know you love it. I know you do, but, let's see what advice is trying to say over here. This is why you're torn, or you will be. Because you don't want to be out in the cold. It's kind of like this too, guys. So I can make it make sense for you. Imagine you're thinking about divorcing somebody. It's like a death, in a way, to the whole family. So if you divorce this person, you're not just divorcing the person, you're divorcing their family. Their parents, their friends, their family, their cats and fucking dogs. Everything, their car, the house, it's all gone. So it's like, it's not about the material stuff. It could be, but it more or less is, all the other things that you'll lose if you move on. I don't know if that should be such a factor, but let's see. Because it's saying you're sort of stuck, trying to make a decision. But I think it's been bothering you for a little while. Let me see why you feel stuck. People feel stuck because they're married. They have kids. They have their assets are tied together. Or they're in a business partnership, or they're in a job where they feel like you care about your loyalty, and you're feeling like if you go take care of you, you're not going to be loyal to the other person. Yeah, this is a partnership. Business, love, or otherwise. You are in this place where you are coming together and thinking that you are going to have an agreement, that you are going to be a certain way. Look at this, for those of you who are thinking about a divorce or your commitment was ending. You have options. You're not stuck. There are solutions. You haven't figured them out. And the only way you're going to solve this problem is when you start making decisions, judgment calls. You have to just make it. You have to rip off the Band-Aid and just go. Doesn't mean like you might not be able to go back to option A. Trust me, the universe doesn't work that way. If it's meant for you. That which is meant for you will not pass you by, my friends. See, 10 of Pentacles. You do have the opportunity to bring a lot of money into your home with a good job. Others of you, this is marriage and commitment. You need to collaborate. You need to teamwork here with somebody for money and work, or you need to collaborate with a therapist if it's marriage. You need counseling. If this could also be third-party situation or reconciliation. You got to work with the individual. What's the Chariot in reverse? Queen of Cups in reverse. You are emotionally unstable. Maybe you still are. You will be. You're in this place where you're emotionally unstable. This is why you're not focused, okay? Because you're so confused by your options and what's right for you. But moreover, it's standing right in front of your face. Marriage, commitment, or a job that could bring you a lot more money. I know there's competition. I know there's roadblocks and obstacles. But this is why you stop the bus of your life. Let's see after Tarot, please. You're not saying anything to the person that you have unrequited love for. You're not talking to them. There's unrequited love. It could be runner, chaser dynamic. Others of you, You are getting a new offer and you're not accepting it, but you're being quiet about it. It's right there. You're like, no, thank you, not for me. But shh, don't tell anybody. Oh, where are we? Here we are. Love. For those here for love. What do you see, angel spirit guides for Aquarius? Shit, that's too many. Let's bring it down. Engagement is on the table. Some of you quite literally engagement, getting engaged, or you are engaging with someone new and you have worth waiting for. Some of you, this engagement was worth waiting for. I need you guys to pay attention to the red flags though. All right, because that's a thing. Last but not least, this oracle card is fabulous. It ties everything into a neat little bow to explain and help you process everything. Shadow and light for Aquarius. Sagittarius. I really mean Sagittarius. I just did Aquarius. Actually, they were the first ones. Reflection and overthinking. This is why you stumble on making judgment calls. Interesting. Okay. Overthinking is extremely common and something most of us do. Things such as asking yourself, what if? Repeatedly. Picturing worst case scenarios or exaggerating the severity of an issue. Constantly looking in the mirror and analyzing things about ourselves that aren't necessarily true. And the more you do it, the truer they feel to you. So, it's worth taking a step back and starting to think about the things you're telling yourself. What you see might not be what others see. Your thoughts can be both aggravate you, cause frustration, anger, and sadness, but they can also bring you peace and harmony and a way of coping with complicated emotions. Practice changing or steering the direction your thoughts are taking regarding an issue. And rather than worry, reflect without judgment. The first step is to start noticing when your thoughts are causing pain and you feel like everything is burning. Make a note to yourself every time you feel heated. Only once you start to realize when it's happening will you be able to stop yourself and bring that fiery feeling back to a more peaceful place in your mind. Reflect by observing and acknowledging your own thoughts and start communicating with them in a more objective way. Start to oppose the truths you're telling yourself. Are they really true? Do you have evidence? Might there be an alternative way to think about the same problem? Here's an affirmation, guys. I have power over my thoughts. All right? You have power over your thoughts. Because thoughts are also magnets. That was your reading. Please leave me your comments down below. And if you want your cohort to grow, like, share, subscribe, and leave the comments down below. Thanks, guys.